Hey everybody, today we are going to be talking about, again, the SUPERSPLIT electric log splitter. We've had it for a couple days now, and we've been using it almost every day. It's a great little splitter. If anybody has the ability to keep their splitter in one spot, we're using it on 220 because it's more efficient for the motor, but it can be rewired, I believe, for 110. So if you don't have the ability to keep it in one spot, and you can probably just run an extension cord to it, and they do have extension cords for 220 as well. I bought one off Amazon the other day, so you do have the capability of running it off of an extension cord, so that way you're not limited to, you know, just keeping it close to the outlet. But we probably split maybe 2 or 3 cords of wood through it, and it's so quiet, it's unbelievable. It's just really so nice to be able to split wood without having to hear that constant ice compression and the muffler, because normally the smaller motors, especially like anything under like 20 or 30 horsepower, they usually have very little muffler. So, and then after you run them for some time, the muffler kind of like falls apart, and you don't really end up getting a new muffler for it. So you end up having to, you know, basically wear hearing protection, and then you can't really tell what's going on. What's nice too is our splitter is pretty close to where we sell firewood, so if someone pulls up, we can hear them pull up. You know, we can even leave the splitter on. We don't have to turn it on and off, but if you do, it's just a flip of a switch. It's like a light switch, on or off. It only takes, you know, like maybe 30 seconds for the flywheels to slow down. I did notice though, you have to keep the bearings lubricated. We've been using like a WD-40 because I put some grease on there, and it kind of started to stick too much. I used instead of using grease, I had some transmission fluid type of stuff, and it actually kind of it was like a thickener, so it kind of made it jam up. So don't put anything like STP or any type of transmission treatment on it, because it gums up and it makes it sticky, and it'll actually stop the splitter and do the opposite of what you want it to. So I found out that hard way. Just because it's greasy or slimy or looks like it'd lubricate, sometimes the transmission treatments are made to where it'll stop things from sliding. So anyway, we put some WD-40 on it, started moving again. We're splitting cherry right now, and we'll be splitting oak later. And I was surprised at the power too. It has quite a bit of power. I think it actually has more power than my gas machine, because we've been able to split kind of right through hearts and knots. Sometimes it jams up, but another nice thing too is since you have to pull the handle up, you can just smack the handle down if it gets stuck, and it's a lot easier to get unstuck or disengage the rack and pinion system over the other style. I haven't got the ergonomical handle yet, but that's going to even make it nicer. So anyway, I got a little bit of footage of the splitter in action. Josh was using it, and I was using it earlier today. He's going to try to split a cord or two of wood here in about the next hour or so before it rains. And then, even though the machine is covered, we have a roof over it, and we have some side protection. We're still going to try to cover the motor with a trash bag or something, and just be careful because the motor does get a little bit hot. So if you're going to cover it or put something over it, wait till the motor cools down, because I think if you try to put a trash bag or a grocery bag over it, after using it for an hour or so, it might be hot enough to melt or make the bag stick. So, but other than that, we love the machine. Wouldn't really change anything, but I would recommend ergonomic handle. And as soon as I get one, I'll show you how to install it, and I'll have Josh, and I'll speak about how much easier it is and if it's worth getting or not. But I think it's gonna be well worth it. So anyway, this is Roger from Roger's Reviews and Tree Life Tree Service 584 Tree, where we got to go on a limb for you. Have a great weekend. God bless.